Hello and welcome to Transformational Tuesday. I'm Lisa Barnett and I'm the founder of Akashic Knowing School of Wisdom, and I want to spend some time with you today and do some Akashic record healing and clearing and share whatever the record keepers would like to share with us. So please jump on and let me know who's here, where you are, what you're feeling, what concerns might be coming up for you, so we can do some healing for you today. So, let's start by doing a guided visualization. We'll do a little kind of brief one right now as everybody gets on. And then we'll do, maybe it feels like the record keepers want us to do a little deeper meditation in just a little bit, where we connect our mind, our spirit, and our body. We connect our three brains together to deepen our own intuition. Okay, so, and you can type in and say hi, let me know who's here. I always love to see who's with me. I can see the numbers, but unless you pop your name in the, I want to say chat box, but they call it something different on Facebook, right? So anyway, okay. So let's just start by doing a little guided visualization. Let's start by doing a little guided visualization. And we're going to move out of our head, just dropping down into our heart. We have our high heart, which is the sacred heart, and our main fourth chakra heart. So let's visualize our fourth chakra opening and expanding, and our high heart also opening and expanding. So what we're doing is we're merging our fourth chakra and our spiritual heart, bringing them together to be one, bringing greater unconditional love from the high heart and merging it with our fourth chakra, whatever you might call your main heart chakra. Okay. So let's just drop out of our head down into that blended heart, high heart, as we invite our soul to come more fully present down into the body. Our souls often hang out in the ethers. They may come down to our head, throat, even heart, but we often don't get really grounded, and we do not embody much past our heart. Maybe some of us into our third chakras, but let's just imagine that our soul is wiggling all the way down into the heart, to the third, your solar plexus, down into your second chakra, filling that abdomen space, integrating into the body and all the way down into our lower belly, into our hips. So we get really grounded, and then it's easier to ground down through our legs and into the earth. So let's just imagine that full body grounding all the way down into our feet. And then let's grow some nice roots from the bottom of our feet down into Gaia, down into Mother Earth, really deep. And let those roots branch out wide. And then I like to run a nice grounding cord, or I like to imagine it like a tail. Could be a tiger tail, or a lion tail, or a monkey tail, or it could be even a wide, often I'll also see it like a waterfall, because our grounding cord from the base of the spine actually helps us to clear and release and ground and dump old energy out of our body down into the earth to be recycled for the highest good of all concerned. So your grounding cord tail has two purposes. One, to keep you deeply grounded, and I like to run that tail all the way to the center of the earth and wrap it around the core. And the other is to use it to clear, release, and let go of old energy that no longer serves. So I do a tripod grounding system, roots from the feet, grounding cord from the base of your spine, and also with the intention that that grounding cord is also working to help you clear and release what no longer serves you. So let's move into the Akashic field, creating this sacred space as we ask the divine lords of unconditional love to help us center fully in this moment as we come together to do this Akashic healing work. And we breathe into our heart as we consciously come present in this moment, right here and now. When we're in our hearts, we're in this present moment. Not in the past, not in the future, not in worry, not in doubt or fear or trauma. We're right here in our hearts. We're right here in the center of divine love. And we ask the Akashic Masters to wrap us in their love and protection and allow us to travel to the highest realms of the Akasha available to us today. Please help as we lay our multidimensional hearts open to divine love and release all resistance. Lords of the Akashic Record, please guide us to the deepest truth we can access now. Support us in healing and releasing that which no longer serves each and every one of us on our true path as we do this beautifully supported divine work together today. And just take a nice deep breath. Let your belly relax and expand. Let your heart open and expand. I like to see, feel, notice the divine column of Akashic energy and light that surrounds us. So beautiful, just coming back, opening your eyes. Just say hi to everybody. Hi, Marnie and Janine. Lots of lovely people here. So what is coming up for you today? What are you feeling, Megan or Cynthia? I'd love to do some work for everyone. And yeah, just type in if there's something that you're feeling. How are you doing, around the stress or the worry? Are things still coming up around that? Have you all settled into doing pretty well? Are you enjoying the cocooning? I know this is really giving us a chance to deepen into our own life, into our own wisdom, into our own truth, and often start to hear our own soul guidance. So I am certainly asking the Akashic Record Keepers to help bring more of that down into each and every one of us today. If that's something that you would like to receive, you can just say, yes, please. I always just say yes, and the Record Keepers are here to help and support you. So, let me just scroll down. A couple things coming in. It's beautiful, Virginia, Beatrice. Oh, my heart aches. That's a good thing to do some work on. Let's do some work on heartache. We can actually do some healing around the heart chakra. And if you want to say more about your heartache, please, you're welcome to share if you want, or if not. I get the intermittent fear. You know, part of the thing is that we are part of the collective conscious and unconsciousness of the world around us. And so whether we're talking to people or watching the news or having to go out to the market or whatever it is, it's very easy for us to slip into that collective fear because so much of the world is in that. But again, the record keepers want to talk about what is going on. And part of what is going on is that we are moving into a higher vibration and dimension that we have all come to help with and support. So all the light workers of the world have come to be of service in holding this energy. Whether you're working in the spiritual world or not yet, or not interested, whatever that is, it's all fine. But what we are here to do is to hold the energy and the light. We know that just a few years ago, the beautiful divine feminine portal opened, and back in, I think it was about 2016, the portal opened and closed again. We couldn't keep it open. There wasn't enough consciousness around keeping the divine feminine portal open. And it really has just become recent. So 2019, I think, just last year, I started to notice people talking about the divine feminine, really stepping into that beautiful energy and wisdom and light. And what the record keepers had started saying years before was that the divine feminine, so many of us here actually have a soul contract to help balance and rebalance the energy of the divine feminine and the divine masculine that have been so out of balance. So I think I talked a little bit about this last year, but I just was knowing that this portal has stayed open. It really is part of the work that so many of us are doing, and really all that might mean for the women on the call is that we are letting ourselves be more than do, and to live in our hearts and share our gifts and truth and our unconditional love in a much bigger way. And really the balance is to let go in some ways of the old male work paradigm, and the male paradigm which has controlled our world for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And to stop being the doer, right? Instead of being the human doing, let's be the human being, right? And we hear people say this, and I hear people say this, and I know for me, it's a huge challenge. And I sometimes get into the piece of, but when doing is coming from service, is that different than when we're doing in the masculine model of work? And this is where I get a yes from the record keepers. I get that when we are often really organically, I'm going to say organically being and doing to share, it's a little different than the male model of doing, which was just do, no matter what, right? And so many women have been in that. I spent 15 years in advertising, and until I was so burnt out and fried and so sick with chronic fatigue from doing that was not in my wheelhouse, that doing which was not in alignment to my soul path and purpose. That's a very different doing than when you're in alignment to your soul's plan, your soul's purpose, your soul's gifts and talents. And so, that's what they're saying about all of that. I sometimes feel like I go off on these tangents because it's true. I just start kind of channeling whatever it is that's coming through. So, you are so welcome. So I was just saying thank you for these love sessions, truly helpful and uplifting. Oh, live sessions. I like love sessions. Thank you. I'm good with doing live love sessions. That's what it feels like to me so much, is really being able to share the Akashic love, the unconditional love of Source, because that is where the Akashic Records are stored, is in Source energy. And so let's just do a little group healing around the fear. So I'm going to spend a few minutes, and of course my fingers will always go and move, because that's how I feel energy. And so I'm able to work in this quantum field, and this is how it seems to show up in my life and body. I know some people speak in light language. I think I use more sign language, light language with my hands. It's kind of interesting how unique we all are, really, in these different ways. So allow yourself to be uniquely you. Don't ever believe that you need to be this way or that way because someone else, or even someone you studied with, has been this way or that way. Our work shows up uniquely because we are ancient and wise and unique souls who have done so many different things, and we have a long litany of gifts and talents, and they show up in this life in the highest and best way for us to share them in this life. So always knowing that whatever you are and how you're doing it is perfect is really really lovely. So I am going to do some energy clearing around fear. And again, what we're doing is doing a lot of unplugging, is the way it kind of looks for me. Apparently there's some in our throat. Wow, which makes sense. Yeah. So unplugging of the collective energy so that we can speak our truth is what the record keepers are saying. Oh, look, yay, I have some coffee left. I forgot to get my water before I started, so coffee will do. So unplugging, it almost, really what they're saying is it really is, you can imagine unplugging from the matrix. That's what we're doing. Unplugging our getting these plugs out of our bodies and our energy field. And I really think that the movie The Matrix was phenomenal in showing us these images in a really physical way, because what I know and see is that that they are energetically the truth of what we're doing and where we're living. So we are very much living in a matrix, and when we get swept away into the collective fear, that means that we're plugging into a collective belief, a collective mindset, conscious or unconscious, that is bringing that fear and that energy into our body. So you could imagine you're plugging into this group energy, or this group energy is plugging into you. It's kind of a two-way street. So I want to get all of those plugs out of my body, and I want to pull all of my energy back from the collective vibration and field and conscious and unconscious collective beliefs and ideas. So I want to take my energy back and I want to give them their energy back. Okay, so it's a two-way street that way. So that's what I'm doing for us in the group. This is really kind of what we're just working on. So disconnecting, unplugging from the fear. Somebody had a couple of other words. I just want to go back and look quick for, because oh, that's a good one. Alleviating fears and anxieties of loved ones whose jobs are deemed essential services and whose jobs expose them to greater risk. So yes, that's another version. That's another, of course, type of fear. It's another fear. So let's work on also disconnecting you from the fear that they will contract the coronavirus, disconnecting you and disconnecting them, because one of the things we really know, and this is so important, is holding our mindset in a positive place. When we are positive, when we are living in love and light, our immune systems it's easier for our immune systems to stay strong. When we're exhausted and we're stressed out and we're worried, that is depleting the body. It is weakening our immune system. So worry is counterproductive to staying healthy, right? So it's important for you who have loved ones who are working out there in the world, and for your loved ones also, to know that you are guided, guarded, and protected, to know that everything you are doing is perfect and enough to stay healthy, and to know and to send them just pure divine light every day. And one of the ways I love to teach people to do this, I'm going to just see if I can back up a smidge so I can kind of show you, is to send them love, pure, unconditional love, divine love. It doesn't have to, it's not yours. We're not depleting ourselves. But just imagine that whoever you have that's working out in the world, if they're nurses or doctors, or I have a sister-in-law who works at a bakery and she's having to go to work every day, and you know, all of the people who are doing takeout, still in some form or other, they're, you know, in contact. And so whatever kind of essential service it is, it's important to know that they're safe and that you can send them pure source, unconditional love coming from the divine. And so just imagine they're sitting in a chair right in front of you, or sometimes, for as an example, it's easier for me to have them sit in a chair right in front of me. And you could put 5 people in 5 chairs in a semicircle in front of you, or however many, 10, 2, doesn't matter, whatever you have. And then I just imagine I'm creating a gold infinity symbol from my heart, my 4th chakra, to their heart. And so that's a figure 8, looping out, touching their heart, looping back, touching my heart, looping out, touching them, looping back, touching me, right? So gold and liquid light, pure source energy, pure unconditional love. Just feel that love, golden liquid love, flowing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between you. And this is a healing in its own right, because you are channeling source energy and sharing it with them. You're not depleting yourself. And you're really just giving them pure love and light. And I would do that with everybody that I know that's out there in the world, because it's not taking anything from you. As a matter of fact, you always get a healing when you do this sort of thing. When you ask for divine source energy to flow down into your crown chakra, down into your heart, and then from here I see this beautiful big golden spinning ball of golden light. And from here now I'm sending that golden infinity figure 8 out into the world, back and forth, just connecting in divine love and light, and knowing, really know it in your heart, that they are safe, that they are guided, guarded, and protected by Source. And that Source's intention in this whole situation is to help us wake up and help us transform the world for the highest and best of all concerned. Hey, Margot. Hi. Hi, Kim. Yay, it's fun to see some of my good friends here who I don't get to see very often. So we're just working with expanding Source energy, love, and light to all of those people around us, which is just a very profound process to do. And so as we're doing that for them, we're doing it for ourselves. So it's very, very beautiful. And so let me just see if there's anything else that's coming up for people to work on today. I was going to do another... do you need their permission? No, you do not need their permission to send them love. You're really just sending them divine love. Love, 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 love. So it's the one energy, because you're not making up a story. You're not like, I have to heal them, I have to protect them, I have to wrap them in everything, I have to do. No, we are just sending them love. And this is truly the purpose of life, is to be the love, to be the light, and to share it out into the world. And you can do that also with less focus. You could just ask to be able to be filled, your whole body energy field, to be filled with Source love and light, to be the love, to share it out into the world, and just see the beautiful golden love of Source fill your body and expand out like just lights expanding out into the world. And just sit in a meditative space and state. You could be in this energy for 5 minutes or an hour, whatever is comfortable for you. But if we're particularly concerned because we have someone who's going off to work in a hospital as a nurse or a doctor or in some way out there in the world, that it often helps us as humans, as souls having this human experience, it helps to calm our fear and our worry and our concern so that we can be much more fluid in that way, so that we can feel this truth. We can feel this divine love flowing to us, through us, and out into the world. And I find that often helps us. And it also, while we're doing that, it's also helping us to disconnect from the collective. So just as I was talking about, unplug from that matrix, unplug from that collective fear, know that everything is in perfect divine right timing, and everything truly is working out for the highest good of humanity, no matter what it looks like in this moment. And this is why the record keepers always say to me, stay unplugged. Share your love, your light, your wisdom. Share what we give you to share, like we're doing today. Excuse me. And you know, don't watch the news. Don't worry about what else is going on, because it really is only often derailing us from a higher truth. So would we do the same for ourselves if we are the nurse going to work and nervous about catching something? Absolutely. I would, before I leave the house, ask your God, the God of your understanding. Ask Source, Mother, Father, Goddess, God, however you might refer to the divine unified field of one. Ask to be filled, your whole physical body, your auric field, your energy field, to be filled with solid, light and love of source, to be filled with your highest energy that you can hold, to be solidly you. This is another tool that is very profound, because when you fill yourself up with your highest gold, your highest source energy, I often will call it your highest Akashic information and wisdom, because that's your highest soul, all of you and source. When you're filled to solid, this is the meditation I do, the golden egg. When you're filled to solid with that, then it's very, very beautiful and profound, because what you're doing is, when you're filling with you, you're actually disengaging and moving everybody else out of your space. So you're moving other people's worry, stress, and fear out of your space, because you're filled. You are the sovereign soul in your singular body, and you are now filled with your highest energy. And so when we can fill with our highest energy and know that we are guided, guarded, and protected, then we are. Then we literally are. So let me give you this as a meditation. It's in, okay, let me just make sure, because I'm kind of doing two things here. Okay, so if you go to Akashic Knowing /rainbow hyphen meditation, it's in the chat box. You can download my 10-minute, it's the golden egg with the rainbow shield, and it's beautiful. Filling and clearing and holding the highest energy and creating a beautiful rainbow shield for yourself if you're going out into the world. So definitely go and grab that meditation. It's very profound. This is one of the ways the Akashic Masters have given me to help people create better boundaries for themselves. And I think the boundaries are always very, very important and helpful. But what I'm noticing right now, in all the years that I've taught this Rainbow Shield meditation, that it is more important now than ever before. Because again, one of the easiest ways to quench our fear, our worry, our doubt, is to be filled with your highest energy and light and wisdom, and to be the conduit for that for the world, because that gives us also, it's empowering to us. It gives us the ability to be the golden unconditional love and light, and to share that with the world. And so it helps us to feel that we are also helping and doing our work and supporting humanity. And so I think that's so important for so many of us to feel that. And so I have another question, which is, what is nature saying to us? Which is a great, great question. So what I'm hearing is that nature and Gaia herself, Mother Earth, is saying, thank you. Thank you for the space to breathe, the space for us, for the planet and the animals and plants and all of the nature to have a moment to also breathe. As we know, as we can see from, from the NASA photos, that our air has cleaned up, our water has cleaned up. And so my prayer is that we don't go back to life as usual. We don't go back to life and just go, I'm going back to, we're going to all walk out the door and go back to doing exactly what we did before. I really believe that people are waking up in a different way and really seeing this, that we don't need all the stuff that we were buying, that we don't need to drive and to go and to run. That I believe that in so many ways, so many businesses, certainly not all, certainly not restaurants in the future, but so many businesses will not go back to commuting like they used to. This is the interesting thing. Many years ago, the Akashic Master said to me, we will be going back into smaller communities. And I thought, how the heck is that ever going to happen? And now they're saying, because they're kind of funny, see, told ya. This is how we're going back into smaller, more local communities. So if we stop having to go into, downtown New York, Manhattan, Chicago, San Francisco, if we stop driving an hour and a half to get into those hubs, if we all start working from home and doing all of these, Zoom calls and communicating in this sort of way, we don't need to be sitting in an office I'm near San Francisco, so we don't need to be sitting in an office in San Francisco. We can be sitting here all zoomed in to a conference in San Francisco. I have students online all over the world. And we get on Zoom calls, just like we're doing on Facebook. Type in. I'd love to see from some people where you are. So here's children here in the UK are painting pictures of rainbows and putting them in their front windows. Oh, that is so sweet. That makes me want to cry. That is so sweet. Yeah. It is the love that we have to share with the world that is so important to share at this point. And I believe that we are really making a better world. Right in New York City. Yeah, stay healthy in New York City, right? That's... In UK, right? Support your local farmers. Shop at the farmers market. That is something that that my friend Janine told me, that the farmers markets are still open. I hadn't even thought about them being open. So tomorrow, I have to see if I can get over there. Let's talk, Janine. We have a huge farmers market here near where we live, and that's a fabulous idea. Text me. Anyway. Right? Yes. And it's huge. And to go do that sort of thing, to find your local farmer's market. Yeah. I mean, all over the world. LA, just imagine, I imagine, the air quality in Los Angeles must be so different, right? Because every time I've ever been to LA, it's just an hour to cross town, something that should be 10 or 15, maybe 20 minutes, 40 to an hour, typical, right? That pollution, phenomenal. So it is a blessing to not only to the earth herself, but to every living being, everyone with lungs, and all the plant life also. We've had rain here for the last at least week, and so we have green hills all around us, which is really unusual for April. And so it is a blessing. I just feel that the earth continues to, oh, and there's a little hummingbird out my window. The earth continues to wash the old pollution out of the air and to give her love and her blessing, literally back to herself and back to humanity. So at the moment, all of that looks so really beautiful. And so what I'd love to do right now is to do another kind of short visualization that connects our head, our mental level, but also our third eye, our clairaudience, our telepathic. So all of the sixth sense, our clairvoyance, clairaudience, with our claircognizance, which is your clear knowingness in your heart, and with your clairsentience, which is the clear sensing really in your third chakra or belly. So we have three brains. We have a head brain, we have a heart brain, and we have a gut brain. And the gut brain is always sending information up to the head brain, and the heart brain is sending information up to the head brain. And what the scientists have found is there is way more information going up to the brain than coming from the brain down into the body. So our body is informing our brain what to do. So it's pretty profound to connect your head brain with your heart brain with your gut brain. So let's take less than 10 minutes to do that together today, because it's a beautiful meditation, and it really helps you deepen into your connected intuition in your body, so that then we'll be in that space as we're signing off from our Facebook Live, and then we'll be able to go about our day with a little bit more of that energy in our field, if that is making sense. So, and I just was looking really quickly to see if I could find some other links to share with you, but for whatever reason I'm not. Hold on, maybe I found them. I have to rename things. Nope, not that. Oh well. Okay. So I gave you my one meditation. I had some links to give you some other free gifts, and I can't find them. Sorry. Friday. Come Friday, and I'll give them to you. I'll get more prepared, and I'll do them on Friday, okay? I thought I had them on my desktop. I apologize. Anyway. Okay. So hello from the San Francisco Bay Area. Nice to see you all. All right, so let's just take a nice deep breath. And right now what we're actually going to do is we are going to collect our energy from our head, which turns into kind of a big cloud, almost like a little fog bank right around your head, because we're always expanding out, we're connecting into the collective, we're wondering what other people are thinking, seeing, feeling. So our mental level is often like a big cloud around our skull. So we are going to draw that all back within our skull. We want to compress that energy so we are really in the driver's seat of our body for this process. So see that, or feel that cloud, whatever that energy is that's around your head, compressing down, 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 down within your skull. It comes back in behind your eyes, and back in from behind the back of your head, and back in between your ears. And it's really right, this layer, this level just above your ears, and third eye, so it kind of rings straight around your head that way. So you're kind of drawing a bullseye in between, in the center of your head. So just keep compressing all that energy in, till it becomes the size of maybe a little golf ball, bringing it down to the size of a marble, until it becomes a small ball in the center of your head. And really, we want to line it up with our pineal gland, which is our main, so really the pineal is also the main gateway to the divine, and our master gland, pineal and pituitary, are two master glands in our head. So I like to connect them with a little figure 8. So just imagine there, see your pineal and your pituitary, which is about an inch in front of and a little bit below your pineal. So I just run a golden infinity symbol between the pineal and the pituitary in order to strengthen their bond. And then that is the center of your head. That is the strength of the body and the brain and your clairaudience, your sixth chakra, your clairaudience and third eye. And so from this space in the center of your head, we're going to drop down into our heart. We're going to connect our heart chakra, our fourth chakra, with our sixth chakra, our center of our head, with another gold infinity symbol filled with golden liquid light, the highest cosmic energy and source energy you can run. Okay? So just imagine that golden infinity symbol and the golden from your sixth chakra to your fourth chakra. And now we're going to create another gold infinity symbol from your fourth chakra to your third chakra. So from your heart to your gut brain. So just another gold infinity symbol vertically from your heart to your gut. Connecting third chakra, your gut brain, your clairsentience, connecting it to your claircognizance, your heart brain, connecting that up to your clairvoyance, clairaudience, pineal, in your sixth chakra, in your head brain. And just see all of these chakras beautifully connected with golden infinity symbols as your head and your heart and your gut go into clear communication, sending information up and down and back and forth, letting your whole body communicate with ease and grace. Beautiful. So letting that continue to run for a minute. And then we're going to just open your eyes. You're all connected. We keep it and leave it all connected. No reason to turn it off. We've got our head and our heart and our gut well connected with our infinity symbol, our golden liquid light. And I wish you a day filled with ease and grace and pure unconditional love from Source. And so it is. We thank the Akashic Masters and Beings of Light for the love and the wisdom. We close and lock our records for now. And I popped the Rainbow Shield meditation into the chat link, into the chat, whatever you call it, stream again. So you're welcome to go get that for yourself, because it's a really great way to fill yourself up every single day and to pull yourself out of the collective fear and energy. And I look forward to seeing you on Friday, which is Freedom Friday. I love you all. Thank you for sharing this time and this energy and this healing with me. Thank you for doing all that you are doing for the world and for humanity. You are truly appreciated. I love you. Bye for now.